especially for those of you who really want to be a millionaire and you're not just talking. If you're just talking, then there's a club for that. They look great. They wear all the t-shirts that say that they're a boss and they're doing nothing. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the person behind you.
Because I really don't know what I would do if I didn't have some work that I had to get to.
Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of WorkHARDAholics. This would be the last episode of 2020. All right, so for those of you who are here for the first time and you don't know exactly what is a WorkHARDaholic, well, let me tell you. A WorkHARDaholic is someone who is always doing something. We don't rest on our laurels. We don't wait for the world to bring it to us. We take it to the world. I am really feeling this one, like taking it to the street. That's a whole other story. It's the vibe, right?
Yes.
Here is the thing. Christina with a K always tells me I never introduce myself. Okay, let's do that. I am Shirley Crawford, the original WorkHARDaholic. Why? Because I made the word up. First dibs. My turn, my right. All right. And so I've been a small business consultant for over 20 years. At this point, I can say officially over 25 years. Gray hairs, all earned, many of them donated by you. Thank you so very much. We are here at the Imagine Media Lab in the midst of the Women's Business Center in Richmond, Virginia, coming to you because here's the deal. A lot of us we just like to see things done with a certain level of excellence. Mm-hmm. We like to work. Right? Our whole thing is we work hard, we play harder, and we business better.
Yes.
We come together every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're watching in the replay, hey, well, you're welcome to watch whenever you like. Listen whenever you like. Almost wherever you like. But we come together to learn how to communicate better, learn a new book, expand our vocabulary, learn some time tool techniques so that we can do what we do better and come together with a tribe of people who don't make us apologize because we want to get it done right. So what? I'll be here Saturday because I will be. Don't come knocking on my door. But that's the way it works. All right. And today, I'm going to start off with my standing guest host. To my left, I have none other than Socialita Christina.
Yeah, the Socialita.
You know what?
Socialita.
I cannot. Oh my goodness.
I have to say for the record, I feel really bad for Instagram because I have yet to log you all on and you are not going to be happy about that. Okay. So, of course, that's our social media maven that we have here. And then, for those of you who are watching and not listening, if you're listening, you might have heard a little extra little bass coming out of our voices.
The Socialita, yeah.
You know what?
We have with us none other than the Berry Farmer of the Berry Farmer Show.
Yes, thank you. Hello there out there in Workaholic land. Is it like an NA meeting or something?
Oh my
like
gosh.
an AA meeting?
Hi, I'm Shirley and I'm a WorkHARDaholic.
Yes, hi, I'm Barry and I'm a work harder or something.
Oh my God, he's going to get it right, people.
Before the end of this, it's an hour show. Give me a minute.
He's going to get it right. He's going to work hard at becoming a proper WorkHARDaholic.
WorkHARDaholic.
Oh, we didn't do our theme song there. Okay, so Christina with a C, who is the proprietor of the Imagine Media Lab, which is where we are.
Christina.
And also our producer. You all going to have to help me remind her. I really do want to go ahead and record our new theme song. You want to hear our new theme song?
Oh, it's a new theme song?
Okay, y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Christina with a K looks very shocked.
Yes.
Are you sure?
I am.
And she's like,
What I've been singing for the past 2 weeks?
Okay.
Right, but the whole thing is it hasn't been properly produced because who has time? Okay.
All right, here we go.
For those of you who are wondering what does it mean, it's the movers and the shakers always doing some things. If you want to live in balance and get some more green, WorkHARDaholics.
Okay.
There's more, but not too much more.
Okay, is this a break? Is it a breakdown or something? Okay.
I believe in the dance break. There is no doubt about it.
I believe in a nice little breakdown.
Got to do it. And so we're happy that Barry is joining us today. You can normally find him on 101.1 The Fam.
That is not true.
Not anymore?
No, that's not true at all.
Okay, where do they find you?
They can find me everywhere. Okay, you want to know where they can find me? If you're looking for me, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
We will kick him out. I have no problem.
Okay.
Let's Let's try that again.
Let's try it again.
Barry, where can we find you?
All right. If you're looking for me, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at I am Barry Farmer. And if you need an extra dose, you can always visit barryfarmer.com. In Richmond, you can find me on 101.1 The Fam and K101.2 Pop. And check barryfarmer.com for more local listings in your area across the country. There you go, Shirley.
Okay, now
This is called syndicated radio, Jeff.
let me
God.
try this one more time. Did I not say 101.1 The Fam? Did I not say that?
Did you not say only on?
I said found on. There was no only.
I heard a only.
So here is, we're going to jump right into our word. This is how this works, people. Right? So part of the reason why every week, one of the things we do is we always talk about the word for the week.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I always say the reason that we do so is because in the midst of communication, you can catch yourself an hour later having an argument with someone about semantics and about word usage. And so we're also going to play this back because Barry and I were having that little piece of a conversation right there because he said, I said only.
Yes.
There was no only. I said,
Christina with a C.
I said found. I said found on one. I said he can be found on 101.1 The Fam.
Maybe I heard that
And
wrong. But maybe not.
Yeah, I'm so glad I'm on this side.
And
Like this end of the table.
Well, this is life. I mean, but this is real. But this is real life. And so it's one of my things. It's one of my pet peeves is that people have conversations and they end up like going at it, especially right now, having drop down, drag out fights. And it turns out that someone is using a word incorrectly. And as I always say, I've only had one instance where it was me.
Ooh.
Oh, that's right.
That just tells you I'm not perfect. I will look up a word too. But it happens all the time, right? And so rather than waste time, we spend a little time like sharing a word with you all. Palabra.
What is it?
The word for this week is pedantic.
What is
She
it?
was saying it in Spanish.
Oh, she was saying it in
Oh,
Spanish.
palabra. Oh, yes.
Okay. I'm like,
I was like, you mean
What's
what?
that word? No.
Palabra is word. Word up. Yes, palabra is word in Spanish. Alrighty then. Yeah. So, but our word for this week is pedantic.
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 Okay. Spell it, please.
Pedantic.
All right, use it in a sentence for me, please.
Pedantic.
Not context clues, Lord.
Hey, don't judge.
Hey,
No, I was
well.
gonna give the definition.
Okay.
Listen,
All right.
I need the definition.
Right.
And I also still need a sentence, but go ahead.
Okay, nope. Whatever you need, Mr. Farmer, because we're just so glad you're here with us.
Yes, educate and motivate. Go ahead.
Indeed, I'm all about it. I'm all about it. So, pedantic is it's a kind of negative word,
Okay.
right? And it's really all about the type of person who's so anal about all the logistics, right? So, like one of the examples that someone gave is like, we're going to a conference, and well, it's not really a conference. It's a meeting that we have on multiple occasions. So it's like, that's not really what that means. It means this. So a lot of times, like you're trying to communicate with someone, and I'm a firm believer that's important, like everyone's on the same page with what you're saying.
Right.
Because we have slang, colloquialisms, like we tear up words. Like we make stuff up all the time.
Right.
But still,
I
like,
can definitely do that.
but it's like, but if I know what you mean, I know what you mean.
See?
Mr. Only On.
Only on.
It's like, but if I know what you're saying, I know what you're saying, and I can let that go. But if I just have to be right,
Oh.
then I'm going to be pedantic about it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I know that's right.
I'm going to be exacting.
How often do you do that, Chad?
You know what? Don't take it to heart, Barry. But I can be. I have it within me to be extremely pedantic. I am very legalistic.
It's what is it? Say
Pedantic.
What?
Pedantic.
Pedantic. Is that equal to pete?
No.
Okay.
No, because petty is just petty. Petty is just, and petty doesn't have to be right.
Right.
The pedantic person normally is correct about the information. They're just
So
get on your nerves. They're
so being
annoying.
right can be a negative.
Yes, it's all in the attitude.
Okay.
I try to tell people there's a difference between confident and condescending.
I remember that. I said it to someone too.
Right? I am extremely confident. I am not condescending at all. Like not even a little bit. Because I recognize that in another situation, I'm the idiot. So today's your turn. I mean, so it's perfectly fair. And so I don't want to get so high up and be like, oh, I was wrong. And plus I don't have to come back and apologize. So I'd rather just be humble from the beginning.
Okay.
And let it go. But I know in 2020 people don't understand that concept. Like, for real, just let that one go. All right? You don't have to be so pedantic.
Pedantic. Okay, in a sentence.
Okay. Congress has a tendency of being pedantic in their dissemination of information.
Okay.
I just gave you too many big words in one sentence for that to be helpful. I got that. Let's try that again.
Do that over. She lost me a disseminate or something.
I know. You know what? I had one. I actually had a sentence for you. I just can't see it. Do 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 do. Strangers in the night. Because Christina always asks me for a sentence, and I was like, you know what?
She?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she says, say that in a sentence, and I always do. And apparently, I didn't keep the sentence, and I was like, oh, that's nice and simple. It's the way I want to use it doesn't give the definition.
Mm-hmm.
When explaining information to other people, it's not necessary to be pedantic to show yourself smart. That's really the bottom line of it, but I'm using it in the sentence.
Okay. Cool.
Da-da-da-da-da-da, puppy power. So, welcome to the inner workings of my mind.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
where we are. Okay.
This is that's the world we live in.
Uh-huh.
But that's our word. And so part of the reason why we're even sharing this word is because 2020 is coming to a fast close.
It needs to.
Right? And so part of
2021.
I know I'm not trusting it too much.
Right.
I'm just like, I don't know what's coming.
Right.
But here's the thing though. The main lesson for me in 2020 is that we were holding on to the wrong things. Like that was really like that was the message I got out of the whole year.
Such as?
I mean, just in general. So now everyone is at their essentials.
Nah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything else you're learning was fluff.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so you learned really quickly. Like when you came to the point that the people who are the most important to you were the UPS delivery person, your grocery store clerk, a nurse, right? And the person who might put, toilet paper on the shelves.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
you learn quickly like what's really important.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was to me 2020 was illuminating.
Okay.
Like I really learned a lot about like what's really essential.
Yes.
And it was forced upon everyone.
Sure.
So it's not like you were in a corner at some conference in the desert and you learned it and no one else did. Like everybody learned.
I'm still trying to figure out how the toilet paper became essential, but I don't know why that was essential.
I don't know
It
why
was the
people
first
like
casualty of this whole
stockpile.
thing. I never understood.
I didn't get the stockpiling of the toilet paper.
So
I tell you what, you ain't gonna catch me without toilet paper.
I was fortunate. I have a niece who's a couponer, so toilet paper was never an issue.
Right.
But still, there were a lot of casualties, like a lot of side effects.
Right.
Like I talk about in business, like the RV industry blew up in 2020.
Did it? The RV?
RVs, recreational vehicles, because people are now working remotely, so they can work from anywhere. They don't. They weren't trusting hotels,
True.
and so they wanted to go out. So they got their RVs, and they could go wherever they wanted to do. They could work, still have family time, still have internet connection. Yeah, RV industry blew up in 2020.
I did not know that. I didn't see any either, but I didn't.
I actually saw tons more,
Really?
and I saw that. Well, I keep thinking. I have this thing that I want to do an RV trip across the U.S. And then I think I don't want to do it, but I think I'm just going to do it across the Midwest one day.
Oh, just like a cross country thing.
But
can I come? What is that long dramatic pause?
Oh God! You got to earn the right to travel with me, Barry Farmer.
I am fun to travel with. It will never be a dull, pedantic moment.
It won't be dull.
No, at all.
It won't be dull.
No, we'll be reading the dictionary and everything right on across the country.
Wow. Yeah. For those of you who don't okay, so outside of the fact that I am an extreme introvert, I really value my time. And
so I guess nobody's invited. Okay.
I have a great niece who called dibs. But that's because she's in Texas, and so I said,
you're gonna pick her up along the way, so they'll still give you a long time as you.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, we're gonna meditate on that. We're gonna meditate. We should try a small trip.
Small trip.
How about a day trip?
Okay, we can go to DC.
Yeah. See, I'm good for that.
Yeah, I'll make it. If you don't leave me up there or something.
I have not left a passenger yet. Although I used to have a standing rule. My nieces and nephews will tell you I have a standing rule that when I say I'll put you out, I mean it. I don't have no remorse. I would tell the kids all the time. Is my sister listening? I know she's not because my family's getting ready for a funeral right now, so I don't think they're listening. Thank you. Yeah, that's life right now. But my nieces and nephews, because I'm a real Southern Christian Black woman, and so I don't play. I just don't. And so when I establish a rule, rules are not meant to be broken.
That's right.
And so if I say there's reprimand, there's reprimand, and they would do stuff like keep playing, I'm gonna put you on my car. Sure did. There was a 6-year-old, a 7-year-old sitting on the side of the road. I came back for him, but I sure did let him out.
You gotta know how to act now.
It's the truth.
Use your manners like your mom was supposed to. Home training, that's what they call it.
It indeed.
That's what they call it. Home training.
It is indeed called home training. Okay, I don't know how we got here, but it was a great road.
Yeah, because she didn't want to take me on the cross road.
Oh, because my road trip. I don't know, Barry. I don't know. But we're gonna do DC. We're going to go on a road trip, and we're actually gonna document it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a good time. Yes, I'm talking about you.
Oh, me? Oh, that'll be even better. I didn't know I was invited again.
I'm trying to say. I'm talking about our Georgetown, DC trip.
Oh yeah, the DC. Oh yeah,
we're gonna do a DC trip, and we're gonna share with you all what we did and all that good stuff. And if Barry passes the test, we'll go for a 3-hour trip.
We'll go to California.
And then if he passes that trip, we'll go longer.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta pass the.
Are you coming, Socialita?
Listen, I'm already on the cross country. I'm sorry, the overseas trips.
Oh, that's true.
The overseas trip?
Yes,
we will be overseas.
We are.
I'll see you when you get back.
We are gonna do that.
Yeah.
So those of you who are joining along, I'm sorry. We see on TikTok. Hello there,
over there, TikTok.
Drippin' and whatever that is. We're glad to have you. And Rose Ingraham, thank you all for joining us over there on
Hello,
TikTok.
Rose.
Glad to have you, people.
Hello.
I so apologize to you, Instagram, because I left my other 2 phones at home.
It's always essential to have 3 or 4 phones these days.
Oh Lord.
Are you being facetious? Because I do.
Because I have 2.
I was like, I do. I have 5 phone numbers.
See? I have about the same.
I do. I have 5 phone numbers.
Never can have enough phone
and
numbers
multiple
these days.
phones. I concur.
Got to deter those robocalls somewhere.
Don't joke. That's what I do with my emails as well. So I have a dummy email account that I put on whenever I subscribe to something. That's right. And then I have one for every website, which means I have a bunch. And then I have one for all my clients' websites. And then I have my real email address. Yeah, I have multiples.
That's right.
And they all pop up in my my mail. So we're not talking about a time tool technique, but just because we're discussing this whole email situation, for those of you who don't know, if you have Outlook or if you're on a Mac like me and you're using Mail, you can actually import all of your different email accounts into one folder. Do y'all do that?
No, never heard of that one.
Do you do it?
On Gmail.
Right, so you can do it with Gmail, but you can do it with all of your accounts. So I have literally, because I used to do websites for people, which I don't anymore. Don't ask that question.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah. Christina can help you. So, for all of the email addresses from all of my clients, for all of if I have email addresses that I'm using for clients or whatever else, they all come in. So, it doesn't matter what kind of email address it is. If it's Gmail. In my case, I'm a GoDaddy fan. Right.
I don't like GoDaddy.
I've been using GoDaddy before people even knew it existed. But that goes back to, once again, when I used to code. When I used to actually do coding for websites. That is so long ago. I don't remember half that stuff. But I was a reseller for GoDaddy long ago before Danica Patrick ever came around. Don't do any of that now. But anyway, all of that you can dump into your Outlook or your mail. And when you're setting up your mail accounts, that actually what kind. So if you have multiple email addresses, drop them all in there. You can see them all at the same time. All right. So we started with our word. We took a journey we took a road trip. That's right. And we're going to document. We're going to do it, Barry. We're going to do it.
I'm ready. Do we have to wear a mask? Can we wait till after the mask thing? No? Okay.
We can wait.
Okay.
Plus, it's in the car. Yeah, true, did anybody take your temperature when you came in? Did Miss Martha take your temperature?
Possibly.
Because she didn't give me no report. We take it seriously, people. Don't play.
She did.
Okay, I was going to say, she sent you over. I know she took your temperature.
Yes, she did.
Okay. This This health report brought to you by.
Brought to you by the Barry Farmer Morning Show.
You know what? Drop it in there again, Barry. Just drop it in there again.
And you can also listen to the Barry Farmer Morning Show.
Here is the thing, right? So, like, Barry is over here clowning, right? But he's doing it right.
Mhm.
So, for those of you who are running businesses, you're supposed to, like, so normally, whenever we do a show, I always have, like, a placard up. I have the logo up, something up with that subliminal messaging that shows you who we are, what we do, et cetera, right? And I know I mentioned, like, we were doing the networking video about, like, wearing your stuff. So Barry is doing it all.
Oh, yeah,
Barry
he
has on his shirt.
I forgot.
Give him credit anyway. He did it. That's all that matters.
It was a purpose.
Yeah, he did it on purpose. He just forgot about it because it's so used to doing it, right? And then also he's made sure. How many times have you heard him mention the Barry Farmer Morning Show? And we only been on for like 20 minutes.
Well, that means I got both a few more minutes, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
But that's how it's supposed to be. Like, I see people who are like, I got a request from somebody the other day to come onto the podcast. And yeah. Anyway, the thing is, like, if you're going to take those opportunities, then you need to make sure you're doing your marketing.
Yes.
So, like, I oftentimes, like, one of my slides you'll see has, like, my books on it, right? You should be coming in with paraphernalia. You should be making sure you're marketing. Utilize your marketing wisely. Okay, just sharing that with you. All right, so we're going to go into our Book It moment. All right, yes, can you tell? So, our book for today is this... It's all seasonal. The Leadership Secrets of Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah, he's a great marketer.
Don't joke. And you want to talk about somebody? I mean, yeah, okay, we know for those who believe in Santa Claus, this is not really.
He gets all the free marketing.
But talk about marketing and talk about management. So if Santa Claus it was real, just the whole concept of warehouse management and HR, and can you imagine, like, I just find it fascinating. All right, so there was an example I wanted to share with you all specifically. Okay, here it is. So y'all know I love to share my books. Okay, so why do we talk about the books? Why do we talk about the books? It's very simple. Every person that you meet, every millionaire, every billionaire, whenever they're interviewed, they always talk about, if you're going to get better, you want to know the top 10 things we do, they read. They highly recommend autobiographies, biographies. I like to throw in some other types of literature every now and again. And so, because if you can get it from someone else's experiences, then why wouldn't you? Okay, so here's one of the things, and this Christina should like this one. And so one of the tips from Santa Claus on leadership. I think I love that. I think that should, like, be a theme. Like, who's gonna believe that that's what you did? A leadership secret from Santa Claus.
Right.
Hire tough so you can manage easily.
Hire tough?
Hire tough so that you can manage easily.
I can elaborate for me.
Okay, so here's the real deal, right? A lot of people, I was actually listening to someone the other day, and they were like, they just hire they get whoever they can get, they hire them with the understanding that they have 90 days to fire them.
Yeah.
Right? And so, but here's the thing, technically speaking, it's really expensive to onboard people.
Right.
It's a process to teach people your way of doing business. And these days, it used to be for the generation before mine, you went for a job and you had it until you died.
Yeah.
For my generation, we stick around for a while. I'm a Gen Xer. We stick around for a while. We're pretty committed. But still, it might not be with one company till we die. We might work for 3 companies.
Yeah, so.
Millennials, in particular.
I'm a millennial, right?
Yes, you are.
You sure?
We're millennials.
You all are millennials. Millennials are not known for staying on the job like 3 months.
Right.
6 months. Like, for real. And so
Maybe I am a millennial.
we did clarify. And so it normally takes 3 months to onboard somebody, right? Like, to get them through their paperwork, to understand the processes and the procedures. And so it's a lot of time investment. And so they always talk about how much it costs to onboard versus how much it costs to. It's like the reason why they say it's cheaper to keep her when you're like in divorce. It's really the same thing in employment. So it's better for you as a company, which is what this is saying. It's better for you as a company to take the time to do all the testing. Like, when's the last time y'all went for an interview? I think we're a bunch of entrepreneurs over here. So, but I recall because of actually, don't tell anybody. I went on an interview not too long ago.
Oh.
I did. It was an amazing opportunity, and I was harassed into it, and so I had to at least go try.
Okay.
But I went in telling them that more than likely I wouldn't take it. But you want to talk about a process? And plus these positions that I'm speaking of now are like extremely high end. I mean, they're very high level. Right? These are like regional director kind of things. These are much larger. But even in general, when you're hiring, people are doing personality testing. They're having a day-long interview, and then you're going to lunch and having dinner. Like when I worked at GE, if someone was coming in for an interview, it's a 3-day process. They fly them in from wherever they are. They have breakfast meetings. They meet the team. They meet the directors. They meet the people who they might be working with. They meet other people within the corporation. They do pitches and presentations. Like, it's a thing.
All that for not to get the job.
Well, if you're coming that far, we hope. Yeah.
Well, okay.
Somebody gonna get it.
Better get hired. It better be me if you flying me in.
Yeah.
I left the house.
I actually just like being flown in. I had like a billion years ago. I had an opportunity. I wanted to go work for the airline because you fly for free.
Okay.
For life.
Oh yeah, for the airline.
And I was like, I wonder if I could just do that part time. I am a consummate side hustler. Don't you doubt it. And I'm like, economically speaking, a few hours each month means I can fly free on standby everywhere this plane goes. I still want to do it. I just can't. It just doesn't work. But at one point, I actually did apply to American, and they were like, okay, well, if you're going to interview, we have to fly you over for the interview. I was like, oh, I want to do that. I was like, no, I got to work. I can't be playing with y'all for real. But I really, 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 yeah. Susan, who is my co-author on the Connectivity Matters book, she actually used to work for Delta. Okay. They fly all the time. It kind of bothers me. She's like, oh, total, yes. I am totally envious. Because she'll be like, oh, yeah, we're going to Mexico, and now we're going to Spain, and now we're going to France, and not paying for one flight.
Wait a minute.
She ain't worked there in decades. And still flying free.
Oh, so she get to fly free. Oh, so you work there and you get to fly free for life, no matter if you quit.
You and your direct immediate family. For life.
Delta.com.
Right. Any of them. Most of the airlines will do this. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to figure out American Airlines. Normally I'm American because I go to Haiti a lot. But Delta, Spirit, anybody, if you would like me to come do some work for you all, if you will fly me around so that I can go to all these speaking engagements and everything else for free.
That's it. Okay.
I'm here for you. I feel like it should be like, ding. Okay. All right. So back to Santa.
Right, to Santa.
Because that's another wish.
Right.
But that's the deal. So if you take the time to go through the process, and it is a process to interview. Christina has to do it all the time. If you go through that process and you get the right candidate, then more than likely you're going to get the best value out of it, rather than having to keep firing people every 90 days because you realize that you didn't figure out that they don't fit.
Yeah, they're not the one.
Yeah.
Usually they'll show themselves after a while. You want to be 90 days. Be like,
but then you have to go right back through the process again. Yeah. And the candidates that were there before have moved on to something else. And if they didn't, they weren't good candidates.
You think so?
If somebody applied for a job 3 months ago and they're still available 3 months later,
okay, then they're not the right ones. So how would you know you're gonna call them back? So are you still available? And they'd be like, yeah, like, oh, okay.
well, what you'll do is you'll repost the position, and more than likely they'll apply.
Again, okay.
That's really what normally happens.
Okay. I don't hire people like in that way,
But you're going to, right? If you're building an empire.
Oh yeah, I'm going to. Christina's going to do it for me.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Outsourcing, that's the thing these days too as well. You don't want the money?
Invoice.
You don't want the money?
Okay.
Oh, just invoice. That's cool.
I have no problem doing business with people I know. But these are lessons for the leadership secrets of Santa Claus.
I mean, it's got to be some gems. Can I see that real quick?
Yes. There's a lot in there. There really is a lot. So another thing they share in there is about the mission. So he tells this story about this. I thought it was a little girl, but she works there. It was weird. But it's Santa Claus. So, hey, what do you expect? Right. And so Santa tells the people to, like, how you get together and do these group exercises with your team. So he tells the team, give me a design for the perfect workshop. And he gives them tools to actually build stuff.
Mhm.
And so everyone's building stuff and making all these elaborate things. And there's a little girl, and she puts up 6 little blocks and does nothing else. And Santa says, "Are you done?" And no, Santa was like, "Okay, well, keep working if you need more time." She's like, "No, I'm done." And so Santa's like, "I don't know if you got the idea of what we were trying to do." And she's like, "I get it." She said, I know from our website that we're based on these 6 principles. And so it's not the building that makes a perfect workshop.
Right.
It's the essence of what we put into it.
Right.
And so as long as we're all sharing this foundation of these 6 principles and working together in harmony and peace and love and joy, then everything else is great. And he was like, "Dog, little girl, that's great." That's in there too. That's in there too. Why wouldn't it be? Okay. So while we've learned a little bit from Santa and his workshop, we're now going to have our Socialita business check-in.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the segment
Oh.
of this show. Where, I'm sorry.
They got
So,
personal stuff going on.
yes.
Right?
Where we
Portion.
shout out. Where we shout out different
Is that what you
businesses.
say? You say portion?
We had an issue with her.
Yes, yes. Where we shout out different businesses in the RVA area. And of course, if you want your business to be a part of the business check-in, make sure that you reach out to Shirley Crawford.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
I thought it was called the Socialita business check-in.
Reach out to me, okay? All right. So the first business is the Imagine Media Lab,
Yeah.
where they are producing this show. I'm sorry, this mask.
Why
is
don't you
going
just
to-
take it down?
No, you're our extra person here. No, safety precautions stuff.
I ain't saying that. Martha didn't take his temperature, though.
Okay.
Oh, she'd have been all in Walmart and everything. Touching
You
that
know
stuff. Okay, go ahead.
The Berry Farmer Morning Show,
Thank you.
right? With Berry Farmer.
Have you
and
heard
Sharon
that name
Lizzie.
before?
Second Chance Consulting.
I know them.
Yes, with Shirley Crawford.
She's cool.
Socialita and Fuller Staffing. Those are my businesses.
Socialita.
Oh, my
Socialita.
goodness. I also want to shout out Reba Hollingsworth, the AHA wrap. I am wearing her
Yes.
amazing, soft, lightweight, comfortable
Oh,
mask.
that's
with
promoting.
her little
Okay.
monogram.
Oh, the monogram is nice.
Oh, what's the monogram say?
It's look, K and S. So my.
Oh, that's you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I have it on the wrong side? I don't have it on
No,
the wrong
but
side.
What's wrong?
okay, so this is totally random because I am a totally random person. This is me being pedantic for real.
Here we go.
Because
Pedantiness.
monograms, your last name is supposed to be the initial in the middle.
Oh.
Which is why I hate them. Which is why I don't like monograms.
Oh.
Because the letter that's supposed to be bolded and centered is your last initial.
Okay.
So for me, that's SCE,
Oh, okay.
which I never
Oh.
like because I love my initials of SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's actually how I came up with my business name because SEC is short for second. That's how it even started.
Second chance. Okay.
That's
Gotcha.
how it even started.
Okay.
But monograms are technically centered around your last name. So the last name is supposed to be the one in the. I told you, just totally pedantic for no reason.
Okay.
Is that what that is?
Okay.
Oh, so that was a prime example of pedantics in this.
Oh my goodness.
Really
Okay.
came out.
Wait, there's more.
Oh, God. Okay, so we're gonna shout out Jennifer Elliott. She has
Yeah.
a CBD store. Does anyone know the exact name?
It is your CBD store.
Oh, it is.
Yes,
Okay.
that's the
All
name
right.
of it.
So shout out to Jennifer Elliott. She has been amazing, sharing, posting,
Mm-hmm.
doing a lot. So I'm
Yes.
super happy about that. Rita Ricks LLC.
Rita Ricks.
An amazing business coach and spiritual coach. She has an event going on, I think today at 5 p.m.
Is it today?
Yes, it's a burn event where you can burn all of your, your negativity.
Yes.
away.
So I've had the opportunity of I'm a voyeur. Like I can't commit to coming into people's stuff. I just don't have time to sit through everybody's whole sessions and seminars. Even the amazing Rita Ricks. And so but the burn event is it's really cool.
Yeah.
So they come together, they have these conversations, especially I think right now it's more important than it's ever been before.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you want to talk about discarding the trash and garbage and negativity and all the things that have happened this year that have not been uplifting for you,
Okay.
even if they were good for you, right? Because I always say, in order for stuff to grow, you got to throw crap on top of it. You have to. Like, your garden requires fertilizer to grow. Fertilizer stinks. It's the excrements of some animal
Yeah.
that put on top of your life, but that's the only way that you're going to grow.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're really trying to like shake off the negativity and everything else, what they do is they come together. She goes through this whole process, and then at the end, they burn.
Mm-hmm.
Like they actually like light a fire.
Light it on fire.
Yeah.
And they burn away all that stuff that you're gonna leave behind in this year, and then she helps you move forward into the next year.
So this is virtual.
They're doing it virtual this year. Last year I got to watch it because they did it here. They did
Don't
it here
burn
at
your
the
house
center.
down.
It don't like how we gonna burn things.
Don't
this
burn
year
house
is what
down.
we're gonna-
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I have to attend that.
If you need to have your fire extinguishers on hand, people,
Right.
have your fire extinguishers on hand.
Maybe
But-
it's like a figurative burning.
No, they burn.
Are they gonna burn in
They
the house?
burn.
Oh.
Oh God.
Like they had the fire. They had the little fire pit last year
Here?
Oh yeah.
Like outside?
Outside.
Okay. Whew.
outside,
Oh God.
underneath the building. We got a lot of space outside, people.
Yeah, you do.
Got a lot of space. So they did it outside underneath, and after they were done with their exercises, it looked very cleansing. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry, you were talking.
No, you're fine. Last business. This isn't a business here, but you had given me, or I checked out one of your books in the Shirley Crawford library. So shout out to Dave Ramsey. I've been binge reading his book.
Talk about finances, economics, budgeting
Yes.
strategy.
Yes.
We actually did the whole series here.
Oh, okay.
We had one of the instructors come in last year.
Okay.
And so we contemplate whether or not we're going to do another one or not.
Okay. Yeah, I've been reading that and into Rich Dad Poor Dad.
I got that book as well.
Yeah, so it's been like really refreshing to just kind of like 2021. I'm gonna attack my finances a bit differently.
Indeed.
Yeah. So and do it off of biblical principles.
All right now. That's what it's all about. And the other thing, if nothing else, if we could be a society that is not so dependent on credit,
Yes.
if we could do two things here, if we could do two things,
Mhm.
if we could not be so dependent on credit and we could actually have savings.
Yes.
Yes.
And accountability.
Oh,
For-
there's
yeah,
that.
for
Accountability or what?
your bills
Oh yeah,
and your debt.
that you created.
Yeah.
You did that.
You knew you did it.
You
Don't
did
try
it.
stop disputing stuff that you already know.
Well,
I'm so serious. Like I had to check myself because somebody was like, "Oh, why don't you just dispute this?" I was like, "You know what?
You did that.
I owe these people. How would I feel if
Yeah.
somebody owed me
Mm-hmm.
and they're trying to
and you're
dispute-
depending on it.
Right.
Yep. I was it's no, but it's real. It is so
Wait,
real.
I owe you some money.
I'm putting the collections.
You know money? Don't do me like that.
We gonna get that.
For those of you who owe
Listen,
either of these
y'all.
people money, you might want to pay now.
You may want to.
2021, I will be the lender and not the borrower.
Indeed.
Mm.
I
So,
am
yes.
all, I am all
Well,
for
let me put
it.
my application in for that. And getting like disputed later.
Don't joke. But the money piece is so real.
Mhm.
And that's another thing that so when we talk about 2020 like really enlightening us,
Mhm.
Mhm.
finances was a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it became the great equalizer.
Mhm.
Right.
So because you had a couple different things happening. You had these people who had these gigantic houses and cars and everything else.
Yes.
And only to realize that they were living paycheck to paycheck, just like
Yeah.
everyone else was living paycheck to
Yep.
paycheck.
Yep.
If you're not managing your finances correctly,
Mhm.
then you'll always be
Paycheck to paycheck.
Yes.
living off your credit card, even though you get six figures.
Mhm.
Right.
Like what?
I didn't know I was living paycheck to paycheck till I didn't get a paycheck.
But it's real because it's a promise of there's money to come.
Right.
But what are you doing with it right
Right.
now?
That's what reality studying. You like I'm balling. No, the check's coming. The check done skipped. I'm like, I ain't got no money. What the hell? I thought I was headed to go.
And then Christmas hit too.
We're gonna check Barry and his language over
Oh
here
yes,
to
right
the
now on radio, this podcast.
Oh God. Oh God.
I can say it on the radio, but okay, that's your show.
He was all right. I'm looking at him sideways.
Yeah, it's in the Bible. It's biblical.
I think this might be a good moment to take our to hear a word from our sponsors.
Yeah, oh, you got sponsors. What their name?
Hey, it's Jackie Page here, and I am excited to announce the start of the Indietube Awards. What's Indietube and what are the awards, you may ask? TheIndietube.com is a free video sharing platform for independent music artists and film producers like yourself to upload your work and have it seen throughout the entire world. And we have put together an award show to highlight the best in film and in music on our platform. Now, the winners will get an award and a cash prize. And to participate, what you will need to do is create an account on theindietube.com, upload your best music video or film, and send the info to info@theindietube.com. If selected, we will let you know. Remember, winners receive a cash prize. We will stream live on January 15th, the Indietube Awards. Sign up now at theindietube.com and start watching all types of independent films and music videos, and vote on your favorite by December 25th.
Ladies, are you looking to move your office from your kitchen table to a space of your own? Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Are you looking for co-working and community? Well, then come join us at the Women's Business Center, RVA, located at 1510 Willow Lawn Drive, Suite 100, directly across the street from the Kroger at Willow Lawn. Visit us on the web at WBCRVA.com or on social media at WBCRVA. When you're ready for more than just office space, come join the WBCRVA family. And welcome back. We hope that you will be sure to go and support our sponsors because they make this time possible. All right, so we've been having some great conversation. We've gone through Pedantic and how you shouldn't be. And then I managed to go ahead and be pedantic anyway because sometimes I can't help it. But in case for you're just joining in with us, then you need to know that to my left, we have none other than Socialita Christina. And if you're wondering who this
dashing young man is,
it would sounded so much more powerful if you had let me say it.
Oh, you start over there.
No, too late. You complimented yourself.
But you like to do like a little proud buzz. And over here.
I was just about to slap on some lovely little compliments, but he complimented himself, and so
somebody had to do it.
I was going to.
Well, do it now. Do it. I'll take it.
Yeah, too late. Too little.
She don't even want to give me my love.
I was trying. I was trying. But you stole my thunder.
I will.
Oh well, rumbling on then. But yes, this would be Barry Farmer.
Yes, thank you. And can you put some applause on that, Christina, with us? Thanks. Okay.
Oh my God.
And that's why no one else can give him a compliment. Alrighty then. So, so we've gone through our work for the week. We shared our booking moments. And so now, especially considering for real, the end of the year, everything is happening. I want to address our time tool technique for this week. Right? And so here's the deal. If you're looking at those little squiggly marks from A to B, what that means is it's time to simplify.
Okay.
So 2020 made you do some of it, but where's the intentionality in it? So we still talk about react versus respond. Like you did stuff because you had to,
right?
But now is a great time, especially after all the chaos, the pandemonium of the pandemic,
Right, there you go.
I feel like I should put that on a shirt. The pandemonium of the pandemic. Anyway, another story. It's time to get some clarity. So I have a couple of questions that are supposed to help you all to figure out how to simplify.
Okay.
That's normally
mine.
It's
like the little buzzwords for this year anyway, like the intentional.
Oh, intentional, yes.
Vision, simplify.
Those are Rita words. Those are Rita Rick words.
Oh, Rita Rick. Okay.
She was using them long before this year. But it's true. Yes. And what's the other one about being? This is one she critiques me about, that you have to be in the moment, but there's a word for it.
Insightful.
If you know it, you can tell us what it is. I don't have the brain cells for that right now. Yeah, but the idea is to be in the moment, and she's always like, "You're not in the moment," and I'm not. I'm often on to the next one.
Right.
I'm not. Like that's
thinking
great.
Ahead.
I am constantly, and when I break all the way. So like I'm telling you all, soon and very soon, I'm gonna have 2 weeks somewhere.
You know where to be found for 2 weeks?
Somewhere.
Jamaica, we've already addressed that.
I'm taking 2 weeks. We'll probably still shoot live, or we'll do it in advance, one way or the other, but I'm out. So whatever you need, people, get it in. Okay. So questions you should be asking yourself. So y'all think about these ones.
All right, let's go.
First question. What is most important to me? What do I love to do?
Oh, you want to answer?
I mean, yeah, it's a question.
Oh, you want to answer? Okay, good. All right, Socialita.
Es un pregunta.
Okay. So
what's most important to me? What do I love?
Okay. So what's most important to me right now is due to everything that's been going on. No. I think like My building upon my relationship with God and my family.
Okay.
I think that's what it is.
That's pretty
And
tight.
the other question was,
What do I love? What do I love to do?
oh, what do I love to do? I love to make coins.
She always reverts back to the bag.
But is it really at the essence of it? Is it really that you like to work to make money, or is it about? It's not. I know the answer to the question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What's that really about? What is it that you really love? It's not
stability.
That you love them. Thank you.
I love stability.
I need y'all to know. She talk about money a lot, but it's really not about the money.
coins get her to stability.
You love stability.
I do.
And so that's a difference. And here is the thing, because normally, like, when people are talking about, if we really went by what she said, then we would be like, we'd recommend, well, you need to work more and you need to do this more. And that's not what it's about.
Right.
What it's about is her getting to a place where she feels that she has enough to take care of herself and her needs without fear or doubt for the future or anything else that might come up.
So she won't have to dispute.
Right?
That is true.
No disputing will be necessary. But that also goes back to, like, not to overly psychoanalyze Christina, but I can't help it. It also goes back to, like, the whole foster care thing.
Yeah.
Right. So there's depth to it. So when you all are thinking about the questions, really think about the questions.
Yeah.
I dare now to turn to my right and ask Mr. Farmer.
Was you about to turn to your right?
Turn to your neighbor.
Turn to your neighbor.
What's most important to you? What do you love to do?
What is most important to me is my peace.
Oh, yeah.
And I like to enjoy. What I like to do is enjoy my peace. So anything that conflicts with that.
Oh, that was kind of tight, Barry.
Yeah. Okay. I do have my moments.
I might have to take you on a road trip.
No, but seriously, I mean, like, reverting back to how we grew up as children, peace is important to me in this stage of my life, and anything that I feel threatens it has to be blocked, eliminated, and there's no way around that. There's no compromising with that.
That's beautiful. And you would think that you wouldn't compromise it, but people compromise all the time.
They do.
Because when they think it's all about the money, or they think it's all about the status, or they think it's all about, then we will sacrifice certain things.
That's right.
To get there. And peace is like one of the first ones to go.
Right.
Like for you people who are not entrepreneurs, often going into a workplace dealing with stuff that is just insane, all because of a said paycheck.
Right.
Yes.
And I'm like, if it's really about the stability, there are other ways to get it. Other than
and I think that's where my millennialness kicked in over in the workplace. If I feel like there's something that is not really worth my peace, I'm going to quit.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, I have another job next week, and I do.
Right.
So it's like, so that's what.
That leads us to a separate conversation that we will have on another day, because I don't understand. I'm going to toss it out there, but I don't want to talk about it right now.
I'll come back.
We'll have Barry back another day.
I'll come back.
Because here is one of my dilemmas with you millennials. God bless you, each and every one. You all don't seem to have much fight in you.
Yeah.
It's like, if something comes up and you're just like, that's drama, y'all drop it. And that's not a peace statement to me. That's just like, is anything worth fighting for? Right. And so I think a lot about, I said I won't get on to it. We'll come back to it, but I'm just tossing
we got a little time.
No, we got more questions. We got more questions. We go. Because I need everyone to have all of the questions so they can really, I want you all to really get ready for 2021.
Okay. Peace and peace. All right, great.
Peace and stability. All right. So, second question: what are the things going on? What are the things going on in your life? The things you do every day, every week, every month, and how are they related to what is important to you? So you just said what was important.
Which is the peace.
What are the things that you're doing that support that cause?
All right, go ahead. Socialita, ladies first.
Okay.
Cop out.
So, right. Stability for me, unfortunately, is like finances, like I said. So what I've been doing is educating myself a little bit more on finances and trying to fill in the gap between where I dropped the ball and where my parents dropped the ball, right? So that's kind of what I've been been doing? Educating myself.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that.
I'm all about education. That
All right, read a question from me again.
The question is, Barry is like, this is okay. So for those of you who don't know, I used to do pageants.
Okay.
I did scholarship pageants. I got one to a school I couldn't even go to.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and Barry is doing all of the pageantry things. You know,
Right.
we repeat the question, we pause,
Elaborate.
yeah, all that,
Mm-hmm.
all that fluff. All right,
Fluff.
so
I'm in radio. I'm good at the fluff.
the question is,
Uh-huh.
what are the things going on in my life, the things I do every day, every week, every month, and how are they related to what is important to me?
Well, I talked to my aunt who brings me peace. She, it's like my life advisor. It's somebody that you always looked up to, and gives you comfort because that's who's stable right now in my life. Out of all the people that have come and gone and poured into me, she's the only one left as far as physical. So that's why that's what I do. I talk to her. If I don't hear from her in a few days, and she don't hear from me in a few days, the phone rings. It might be one coming today. It's been about 2-3 days. And she
Get on schedule.
we get on schedule, and we talk, we laugh. It does, knowing that I can hear her talk and still have that relationship brings me peace. So that's what I'm doing every day. Well, not every day, but it happens. Because sometimes it seems like she pops up at the right time, when things are about to get...
They know.
Right?
For real.
When
I have
things
a
about
firm
to get
believer.
chaotic. I'm like, hey, what you doing? Oh, I ain't doing that.
As my mother would say, I felt it in my spirit.
Right.
It'll be about right. She was like, I felt in my spirit you needed $50. That's what she was saying to my niece the other day. And she was like, I did. It's exactly how much I needed.
I need to know her. No. She can feel my spirit.
That's my mama. So on the other side, so there's another question, but on the other side of that though, those are things that you're doing to supplement. The real piece that everyone should be coming away with is if you know what's important and you know what should be tied into the activity like you're doing every day, when you're looking at a task, an opportunity, a business opportunity, a relationship, do you measure it back against what you know is important? And is it worth your time?
Yeah, I am now.
Yeah.
Like
Right?
I have been doing that.
Right. And I do measure it against, like, is it going to cause me chaos? Is it going to just make me pull out a few dreads and whatnot?
Oh,
God.
That sounds painful.
Yeah, especially when it comes to a relationship, because Barry.
What I do?
Oh, Barry?
Unfortunately,
What Barry
you
did?
have, you have been giving me the third degree about some stuff, and I'm like, I know what I'm doing.
Oh, I might be joining the Barry wagon because I had a couple questions.
Yeah, I did. Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
so
know it.
Shirley, see what I
had
see.
I had a couple.
I know what I'm
questions.
doing,
Okay.
and I know if something is getting ready to bring me some
Chaos.
chaos,
Mhm.
one thing that I've realized and learned is time will tell every
Yes, time
single
will.
thing.
Yeah.
This is true,
Mhm.
but there are also. Okay, this is not directed at Christina. This is not because if I don't say it now, she'd be like, "Why you say that to me?" I'm not. This is not to you. But in general, like everything in life, and I talk about it a lot on the show. Everything in life gives you signs,
Yes.
right? So I talk about the fact that the reason that I know I am past the point of needing a vacation. I cannot hold on to all the normal information that I can hold on to. I still do 10 times better than the average person, right? Period. That's why I'm a WorkHARDaholic. But I know for my standard, I am not maintaining the same way I should. I know that I am getting more exasperated with people who I normally would have more patience with.
Yes.
I know that up until like 2 weeks ago, I was gaining weight. Like I gained 20 pounds in like 2 weeks.
What?
I did.
You did it? Is
I
that
lost.
possible?
At present, I just as of a scale this morning, I lost 6 pounds in this past week,
Okay.
but I had put on 20.
In 2 weeks? What
I'm
was
trying.
you
I'm
eating
trying
at?
to tell you, but it's not always like
Jeez.
when your body is not the way it's supposed to be,
Right.
you start doing stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm one of those people who would say that I generally am not stressed. I don't get stressed.
Mhm.
I don't get stressed like other people get stressed.
Right.
Right.
So I have to know my body to know.
Mhm.
So like in life in general, there are always signs, there are always symptoms. People are always like, especially in relationships, people show you what you need to know when you meet them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But we either have this aspiration of believing they'll change, I'll change, we'll make this change, I can deal with that, or I just want to be in a relationship, or I just want this. And so, like, it's true, time will tell.
Time will tell.
But more than likely, they told you from the beginning.
Right.
Like, I am very rarely surprised by a person.
Mhm.
I agree.
Like very rarely surprised. So it's true if I want to wait 3 months with that bad employee, they'll show it to me, but I bet I could have figured it out if I took the proper amount of time from the beginning.
Right.
I would have known what I need to know about that employee and I wouldn't have hired them.
Right.
I'm just saying. I've had people ask me all the time, like, why didn't you go out with so-and-so? Or he was great. Or why didn't you hire so-and-so? Because I know something you don't know. And I'm a firm believer in going with my gut. It's my life.
Right.
Just saying.
Just saying.
So, but in that vein of knowing, right, I think it's really important for everyone to be thinking about before you make a choice, decision, an addition, a subtraction, does it line up with your supposed mission for your life?
Right.
Right. In business, we always talk about our mission. Do you have a mission for your life? Are you just living every day and it's like, what happens now?
Yeah.
No wonder you feel aimless and sad and depressed and thinking 2021 it can't be what are your plans for it? What are you going to do with it? Just saying.
I'm still feeding it with a long handle spoon though.
You doing what?
21, long handle spoon.
Taking your chances. You're gonna watch it. I can fully understand that. 2020 was epic to say the least. As my pastor, that was the word for the church. Epic.
Lord.
Fully appreciate that. But here's the thing. But talk about epic. Okay, I know I got excited. I'm back.
Let me know when you can do that now.
But it's safe in here. I got back to the wall, people. We from the city. Back to the wall.
Back to the wall. Yeah.
Sorry. In order to get, like, when I was thinking about, like, if you think about epic tales, y'all know any of y'all fans? Like an epic tale?
Millennials, we don't hold that.
Oh my God, you people. What's the point? Moving right along.
We Google everything now.
Okay, I'm just going to move right along. Normally, if you're looking at any grand story in history, real or imagined, if you're talking about Helen of Troy, if you're talking about any epic battle, or the 300, right?
Oh yeah,
I was like, I can figure something he can relate to.
Yeah, I love that movie. Go ahead.
All of those required epic battles,
right?
And they weren't pleasant, they weren't fun, they weren't happy.
They hurt.
But the end result was this legendary tale that we can all hold on to. It's great when you watch it on TV. It's not great when you're living it. Like if you were one of the 300, like I love when they all popped up the shields. Like they look great, but they all died.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just be real.
I might watch that later.
It's a good movie. I'll have to say. But in order for something to be epic, it means everything has to get stirred up.
Yeah.
Right.
And so we say we want this greatness. Greatness requires growth. Growth hurts.
Yes.
Bones, everything stretching. This year has been a year of stretching. So I am in like great expectation of like what this is leading to. Because we've simplified, that's the whole point of this conversation, getting rid of the crap we don't need in order to get the stuff that we do need. Okay. One last piece. So this is the last question.
Oh, it's still a question. Okay.
Last one, because we gonna wrap up. We are. For your possessions, right? Do you really love them? Are they truly essential?
Like our
I guess
possessions.
the way we grew up. For me, one thing my ex said was, I'm a professional mover.
Well, you were. So yeah.
Listen, if you see my house, well, you came.
Yeah.
The minimum, like,
It is.
because
It's a
if I
minimum,
can't pack it in a bag,
Right.
but I gotta get a.
So no, my possessions are not.
She doesn't have any.
Right.
Are they though?
Right.
So you don't have a lot of stuff.
No, she doesn't have a lot of stuff.
But do you have possession?
I mean, I guess I want to say no. The stuff I do have, I could walk away at any moment. I think at this point and still be okay.
Really? Okay. So,
Not family. I ain't talking about like my
so
son.
here I go with the fluff. So when you say possessions, what are we talking about here?
Normally things you purchase or things that came that you could buy.
Things that came that you could buy. Things that came that I could buy over again is what we're saying.
I'm just saying it's normally something that you got for $1. It cost something, you purchased it. So it's not like your joy, your peace.
Oh, no. I don't have any of those. I mean, no.
So house, car, none of these things matter to you.
I mean,
outside
it's on
of
his last
stability.
leg anyway. As long as the kid turns on and it moves down the street, I'm good to go.
Okay, well, good for you.
I mean, you know, it's doing what it's supposed to do. If it's going to die eventually, then what I'm going to do? Oh my God. It's going to
Credit that to trauma.
Flexibility is key. All right. So, well, for the rest of you all who might not be as well adjusted, well-adjusted.
Mm.
We'll come back to that.
Have been traumatized.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't even get to me. I don't even want it because I know just in case.
Oh,
Right.
that's a whole other.
Sorry.
For those of you who've never participated in the foster care system, you may not
You
understand
wouldn't understand.
the feelings and sentiments of my guests.
Being able to walk away and just be like, all right.
All right. So, but for the rest of you who might be holding on to things,
Mm-hmm.
now is a great time to realize and recognize. So, because for some people, you keep a job that you hate because you want to be able to pay for the car.
Yeah.
So,
And why do you care about the car? Is the car symbolic of what exactly?
to me, the car got me to the job to pay for it.
Right. A status. I get, yeah, a certain.
For some people, like for guys, so I always think about like for
Yeah.
women, there's this whole conversation about red bottom shoes.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be shoes, but shoes in general. Like it's a woman. Like
Mm-hmm.
you would think I'm not a woman the way I say it. I like shoes, but it's just not that. It's not that deep.
Mm-hmm.
But some people have like a whole collection, and part of the reason they have it isn't because they're comfortable. It's because people from a distance can know their status based off of them having that one item.
Yeah.
For guys, I've learned it's watches.
Is it?
It is.
Watches are a thing.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Never
Man
had
up,
a
Barry.
watch. Never, man up, really. They ain't never had a watch.
No, Barry.
Trauma.
No, Barry. No, Barry.
Trauma. I don't even want to know the time.
Okay, I don't got time to tell time.
Don't join into that. Don't join into it.
I don't got time to tell time. I got things to do.
It's a real thing though.
It is. I did not know
Yes,
that.
and they flex them.
Mhm.
And so, especially now as I'm going through this whole dating process, I'm trying to tell guys I don't know the difference in your watch,
Right.
and they like make a big effort to like slide down the wrist so you can see it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I see that it says
I did not know
such
that
and
was
such on it.
Mhm.
I'm not the one who actually knows the value of that to
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Uh,
So I know which the message you're trying to tell me, but it means nothing to me.
Yeah.
To someone else who does. But yeah, but everybody's flexing.
Mhm.
And so like
Flex it on them.
right, but let it be important.
That's what they drive. That's what we drive like that. You just flex the watch.
You gotta flex the watch, right? And let it catch the sunlight.
Let it hit the light. And
It's
Oh
like
my
when she just
Lord.
got engaged and everything
yeah,
is
everything
like,
is.
Yes.
So everything is.
oh, don't you worry. When I get engaged, no, I'm lying. I probably still won't. I still won't care.
You won't do that.
I won't. It won't be it'll be like, yeah.
That's
You
okay. I've
won't do
done
the
enough
little
for
tap on the
you.
table.
It'll be everyone else in America like, oh my God, she's getting married. Yeah, it won't
Yeah.
be me.
Oh.
Yeah, when I get married, I've already told my sister, I'm just gonna call you and say, plan it.
Okay.
Tell me
And
she-
buy him a watch.
I will keep that in mind. Okay, we're actually over time because we were having too much fun,
This is fun today.
but we can do that. So now, Christina, what do you
Yeah.
have coming up? What do we need to know about?
What do I have
You'll be
coming
next.
up? I don't. You know what? I don't have anything coming up. Thank
Woo!
you, Lord.
Mm.
I'm taking some much needed rest.
Oh my, that sounds beautiful to me. Okay, Mr. Farmer,
Yes.
what do you have coming up?
Well, well, what I have coming up is a show tomorrow, and then the day after that on Friday, and then you can catch me Monday through Friday on the Barry Farmer Morning Show with Sharon and Lizzie, 10 a.m. on 101.1 The Fam and K101.2 Pop. And if you need some,
Oh, wait, we do the pop again.
K101.1. Don't you call me off guard? Okay, K101.2 Pop.
Okay.
I like the first pop better, but still, yeah, that was legit.
Yeah,
I
there
need
you
those
go.
kind of sound effects.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need those sound effects in my life.
Record it, Christina. Save it for later.
Oh God.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
Oh yeah, visit BarryFarmer.com. There you go.
Okay, that's right. Promote, people.
Promote.
Learn from it. Learn from the example.
It's marketing. Free marketing. Come on,
Indeed.
WorkHARDAholics.
Work harder. No, they don't get it that way.
They don't get it.
That's,
Oh, they
that's
get
how
it
you
that
get
way?
it.
Okay, good.
Don't think it's everybody.
Just a working relationship.
God bless us, everyone. All right, so we're about to wrap it up. As far as for me for this week, of course, tomorrow is New Year's Eve.
It
Is that right?
is.
It is.
This whole Thursday, Friday thing is throwing me all the way off. I lost a whole day over Christmas going,
Right.
oh, I'm going to the office on Saturday. And Mom was like, it is
It
Saturday.
is.
What?
Yeah.
Lost the whole day. I was like, Thanksgiving, Christmas,
Mm-mm.
Thursday, Friday. So tomorrow night, I will be watching my church on going live, ALCC Richmond, Facebook Live, and they have like some cute stuff and some little. It's normally like a really big deal.
Okay.
Like we'll have like the drum line and steppers and dancers and skits, and so they've been doing a bunch of stuff electronically. And the thing I'm happiest about is that I didn't have to do anything.
Okay.
Trife.
Show up.
Trife. I'm very excited about it though, but I've heard great things. That's not. I had to record my mom doing some stuff. That's how I know the part that they're doing. The seniors. It's real. It's good. Tune in if you're looking for a way to bring in the new year.
Okay.
Outside of that, as we always say, we want you all to live your best life, right? So thank you for joining us once again on WorkHARDAholics, where you work hard, play harder, and business better. And we always wrap up by saying, live better, do better, be better, and happy entrepreneuring.
And don't be pedantic.
Oh, God.
Let Socialita help your business stand out from the crowd by building your brand success through social media management. We're located at 1510 Willowlawn Drive, Suite 100. Our website is www.socialitarva.com. You can also give us a call at 804-484-2001. Again, Socialita.
Imagine Media Lab, in partnership with the Women's Business Center, offers hourly rental to a multimedia studio. Create or edit digital assets for marketing. Record that podcast you've always wanted to start. Voiceovers and live stream. All equipment and software is included in your hourly rental. Located at the Women's Business Center, 1510 Willow Lawn Drive, Suite 100. ImagineMediaLabs.com. Book your session today.
Welcome to the Women's Business Center RVA, located at 1510 Willow Lawn Drive in Henrico, across the street from the Willow Lawn Shopping Center. We are more than co-working space. We are women-owned and operated. As women entrepreneurs, we know that our challenges as business owners is different than men's. We provide women entrepreneurs with the tools they need to be successful: affordable office space, training room space, co-working space. We also offer virtual membership. Our members receive one-on-one business consultation, a vibrant working environment, reception and waiting room area, conference room space, mailbox rentals, and if you're not quite ready for an office, we have you covered. We have cubicle space with lockable storage. As business owners, we've learned to be flexible as well as creative with our space. Come take a stroll down our art walk. Thinking of starting a podcast? As a WCCRVA member, you have access to the Imagine Media Lab. B-Side provides space for larger gatherings and open cubicles with everything you need to plug in and start business. We also have chill zones just to relax. Women entrepreneurs are our business. Can your business really afford to wait? Call us 804-921-3844. It's time.